Good morning, everyone. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. How are you this morning, Aleš? This
Fine.
afternoon for you? Yes.
Yeah. Well, busy working, dealing with malicious bots.
Yes, yes. That little graph you saw when we just hid was a graph of all the malicious bots that were trying to attempt to access WikiTree.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is last 4 days, for instance. And today they stopped. It seems that we finally convinced them that they will not get anything useful from us. So this is normal traffic with 2,000 requests per hour, something like that. And this was yesterday, this section, and the day before. And as you can see, they were requesting 100,000 or 100,000 requests per hour. So that's 7 million. That's 2 to 3 million per day. And it was just too much.
Yeah.
So I had to block almost everything and whitelist the actual users who are using WikiTree Plus.
Yes. Yes. I just got access to WikiTree Plus again 10 minutes ago. He was so busy. He was ignoring all my messages, my cries for help.
Oh, Discord is not something I look at all the time. Email is.
Email
I
is
check
best.
email multiple times per day. So these are the IPs that I whitelisted. So how many do I think? No, I have to edit. 4. So 72. I only whitelisted 72 IPs.
Oh, okay. And I'm number 72 on the list
week.
now?
Yeah, you are 72nd.
Okay. So for those who are watching, if you're having trouble, if you type in plus.wikitree.com and it doesn't go anywhere, you get this white screen, the chances are that your IP has been blocked by mistake, thinking that you're a malicious bot. So Aleš needs to know what your IP address is so he can unblock that. And I don't know, for me, the easiest, I just typed in a Google search, what is my IP address? And the first thing that pops up is the link to
what is my IP address domain?
.com. I mean, I could have just typed in what is my IP address.com. But I didn't realize that it was that simple. Anyways, and then that'll give you your IP address, which you can then email to Aleš, and he can unblock you. Unless, of course, you're a bot yourself. And in that case, don't. If you're a bot, don't email Aleš.
So
there he goes. He's showing it right there.
You get a screen like this, and I need the IP4 IP. So this is all what I need from anyone, and I will allow access from that IP. Yeah. Also for future blocks. I do store them in my database, so I will try not to block those IPs.
Right. Again. Now, how often I know some routers have a setting that will give you a static IP, so your IP address never changes.
That's rarely. Usually you have to order a static IP address by internet service provider. Otherwise it can change. It can change once every few months or daily, or it depends how they set things up. Usually providers offer static IPs, some for free, some for some money. But we do have static IP for our server.
I can see it makes a lot of sense for a server. We always want to know where that location is. But for a person just working from home, is there an advantage to having
really? No, not really. It's easier for someone to track what you're doing, but it's not really. I mean, nobody is doing that. As you saw, I have 100,000 requests per hour. So how can I track someone in that amount of data?
Oh, yeah. Now, an interesting side effect of this, and we will get back to actually asking Aleš, but this is connected because this was the first question I had for Aleš this morning, was how do I get into WikiTree Plus? But an interesting side effect is that WikiTree Plus, that querying that database, that API, is what powers the Mystery Box Challenge app. So if you've been doing the Mystery Box Challenge and then all of a sudden it has sort of stopped working for you, or what you get is 5 profiles that all have my name on them with various issues, then that's a sign that the WikiTree Plus access is not working, because I built into the app that if it is searching for a certain criteria and it can't find it, then it opens it up and removes all the restrictions. And if it still can't find it, then it defaults to my profile. So at least the program doesn't crash and leave you hanging with nothing. But if you see my name on your list of Mystery Box Challenge apps, then that's a clue that there's something going wrong. And if all 5 are my name, then it's because it couldn't reach the WikiTree Plus server at all. So there was at least one, I think there was 2 WikiTree members, and I'm gonna have to go through my email now that I've got access again to let them know that they should contact Aleš. So it was kind of an interesting thing, because I always thought, oh, now what did I do wrong with my coding this time? It wasn't me. It was whatever internet provider blocked WikiTree or called forced our IP to be blocked. Anyways, but all of that to say, welcome everyone who's here in the chat. Anne and Amanda are here. John Tyner. Patty, hey there, Patty. Good to see you. And Patty had a question for us, so we'll probably go over that. Tia, how you doing there? Veg Beauty, Stephanie Hill, hello, and Hillary from Wales, and Ravonda, how you doing, Ravonda? And everyone who's watching this on the replay after the fact. So welcome to you all. For those who are here live in the chat, please, if you have any questions, whether you've been storing them up or they just come to you spur of the moment, type question or Q and then ask the question.
So here is one.
You've got one?
It's on screen. To get into WikiTree Plus, there are links all over the WikiTree itself, where you, for some operations, jump to WikiTree Plus. But if you just want to get started with WikiTree Plus, you just type the URL plus.wikitree.com. Oops, without locks. That's from my care. And you will get to the starting search page for suggestions, and here you can then search for suggestions, profiles, and everything else that WikiTree Plus does. You enter some phrase to search. Click Get Profiles, and you will get the results, and you can walk through them.
So if you see the logo that's in the top left of the screen there, the WikiTree with a plus with a circle around it, once you get into it, you'll recognize that, you'll see that logo all over WikiTree. And it's like, when it's first identified, at first I don't know, for me, I saw that logo all the place and I never even recognized it, or it didn't register me. But once you realize, oh, that's the link to get into WikiTree Plus, then if you're on any page that has that, you click that logo and it'll also take you into WikiTree Plus. But typing plus.wikitree.com is pretty easy to do. And if you've done it enough times, your browser remembers, and I only have to type PL and then it fills the rest of it in.
Well, you need to do it just once, I think.
Just once?
Yeah.
Okay.
Our browser remembers all the IPs, all the URLs that you typed. Okay.
So, okay, let's see. So in May, 6 days ago, at the end of the May post, Patty had a question about URLs that had changed in Ireland. And he actually redirected us to a post, which you answered. So did you want to talk about that?
Yeah, okay. Basically, she was in that post. Okay, I can
I'll
show the post.
You got the post right there. Okay.
So basically, there is some URLs that are no longer accessible and will die at the end of month, I think. So they were requiring how many there are and how to correct them. So I analyze in that question. I analyzed the domain, whole domain. So I think these were the. I think this one was the problematic one that will stop working.
Right. Can you zoom in a couple steps?
Yeah, sure.
Thanks.
So with that addition to the URL, so it's not just the domain. You can do searches. So on WikiTree Plus, you can search by domain. So you go to profile search and just enter a domain. So the domain is this part, National Archives, IE. You can click Get Profiles and you will...
Only 30?
Why are there only 30?
Have you changed them all?
Yeah, no, you have to replace the dots in the domain to underscore.
Right.
And you will get the profiles. So we have 114,000 profiles are linking to this domain. So this is actually a lot. But I think I answered that. Since this was, I can just click this link. So this will search for domain with underline. Okay, let's go in order. So we find all the National Archives. In here.
This is WikiTree ID.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
No, it's the wrong one. Suggestion, search. Okay, here we have to. Even I get confused what I'm searching for.
Oh no, that's a bad sign.
Okay, we need to use underscore. So we have 114,000 templates, and then you can also write. So since I think this was. So now I can also remove the census.
The census?
No, the census domain, which was mainly used. So I can add not census, and now we will get only just a little bit less, not a lot. No, okay. I mixed things up. You can't. I mean, you can't. You cannot search for URLs in the profile search because it's just too many of them. There are I don't know, 50 million URLs from profiles. So I don't support that, but there is a special case. But you can search for suggestions by the domain. So that's why I directed that answer to
suggestions. Oh, okay.
So we will get the 404 errors, and in there I write the whole URL, and you can then search for National Archives IE. Reels. This is part of the path further after the domain name, and exclude the census ones. So, okay, and we'll get 300 problematic profiles that and these links need to be corrected. So so URL is searchable for the 404 errors where there is a problem with the URL, but on the profile search you can only search for domains.
So just the root domain basically itself, not the
well actually no, actually all domains. So you get anything nationalarchives.ie.
Okay, right.
But you can then also write www. No, that is in this search.
Yeah.
So this will find all, and you can add www underlined, and now it will limit only to we have 450 profiles on the main domain. All others are in census and others.
Right. So you could go census underscore, right? Oh, that's what you're doing right now. Yeah.
Yeah, and we get all 105,000.
So the ones that you found searching for the domain up in the suggestions area are ones that have already been flagged with a 404 error?
Yeah, I mean, because they are no longer returning the actual page.
So if you were looking for, if you knew in advance, like in a month from now, this URL is going to stop working, the suggestions weren't going to help you because they haven't had an error yet.
That is true, but I can search. I mean, for such huge searches, you can ask me and I will do internal search locally and provide the results.
Or you could do the text search, but you couldn't probably drill down like you're trying to.
I don't think let me check, but I don't think that the URLs are actually exposed to the.
So so how is it finding, like when you did the search in the regular text search, how is it finding those URLs?
I do have I do associate all unique domain names with the profile, so that's how it finds it. But the URLs, I mean, I do have them accessible somehow, but I don't know if it's possible to do that from the web server.
You know what? I'm confusing myself now. So the domain names are what you have catalog or you have linked, but not the full URL. So that's the distinction. I throw around those words a lot of time, but the domain name is just the first part, right, of the URL.
Yeah.
Not the whole URL is not something that you can search for, but the domain name you can in the text search. But in the suggestions area, you can search for 404 on the full URL if you need to. I hope that clarifies and doesn't make it even more confusing for people watching.
No, I don't have. I actually don't have access. Even in some hidden field that I could use, it's not there. Because it's too many of them. I can check it. So it's in bio URL, domains, links, external links. So this will be forum. So there are, I have come on, show up. So 20 million, I have 20 million URLs imported to WikiTree, but I do ignore the family search, Ancestry, and 4 or 5 very common domains. So those are excluded, and all the rest are here.
Right. Okay.
And it's 20 millions of that.
Wow. So Patty, who originally he was the one who originally asked the question. Yeah, I didn't know that I needed to switch between the suggestions and the search. So that's what we're just doing there, in the left-hand column. And it is, I mean, when I go into WikiTree Plus, I almost always am using the text search and not the suggestions area, but the suggestions is the one that usually pops up open. And so
by default.
typing,
well, WikiTree Plus, WikiTree Plus was started with suggestions. So
yeah. So I mean, it makes perfect sense, and I'm not asking you to change it. I'm just thinking I have to think every time. But again, to just sort of recap you can search for domains, so just the root sort of part of the address in the text search. But if you want to find out, if you want to go deeper in the suggestions, one of the suggestions is looking for 404 errors, which are web page not found or URL doesn't work or whatever that official title is.
Page does
not exist. Page does not exist. Yes. You can dive deep with a full URL into the 404 suggestions area and see if that error has popped up anywhere.
That's because in suggestions I do index the info column. Right. So whatever I write here with any suggestion is actually indexed, and we can search just for this number, for instance. And we will get all the profiles. So these 3 profiles uses that number here. So this is useful to know that info column is indexed and you can search by it, because with various suggestions, the contents of info column also changes. So I don't know. No, I have to deselect this and do some. Okay. Let's find all Greg's suggestions. So I could search for could not interpret or user ID, whatever it pops up in this could not parse date. This will return date for 51 errors and so on. Or you can just search for some number and it might also limit the profiles to very similar. So as you can see, we get all suggestions related to that date.
Okay. There's one other thing that Patty mentions in his comment here is that about the syntax can be different. So one thing you were just saying that if you're entering the domain name, you have to replace the dot with an underscore or an underline character. Is that consistent, or is there times when you can leave the dot in?
Well,
replace the dot with an underscore.
Always, all separators should be replaced with underscore, because we have here we use our internal full text search that actually searches only by US ASCII characters.
Right.
And the Chinese ones, but mainly US ASCII ones. So if I would search for Aleš with the this is a different character, but this one is automatically transformed into S. So I get Aleš and Aleš. I get all variations of the Aleš that that have S at the end with something.
Right.
But all the separators are so commas, dots, and so on. Almost all separators are converted into underscores. So that's especially important with.
Okay, and that's true. Is that true in suggestions as well, or is that like that's everywhere?
No. Yeah, I mean, that is true in the suggestions, but in suggestions, I actually ignore the separators. So you can just skip them.
You could leave it and it wouldn't hurt.
Yeah.
But if you
when you write the search query, a separator is treated as blank. So it's just like it wouldn't be there.
Right.
But then I have some special cases where you search for category or template that is a phrase. In those cases, you have to use underscore instead of spaces. So also, why do I? I did zoom in too much. So here you can use with the quotations or with the underscore, but I wanted to show for GEDmatch, not GEDmatch, when you're searching by GED file, this is the very obvious one where you have the file written like Maple Robinson for so also all bunch of separators.
Right.
And this is actually this should be translated into string like this, even using, for instance, for 2 underscores in this case. Where there is a close parenthesis. So here are 2 underscores, not just one.
Because you had a bracket.
One is for the bracket and one is for underscore in the file name. And here is a underscore for blank in file name.
Right. So basically anything that's a piece of punctuation or a space should be replaced by an underscore.
Yeah. If you are looking for a phrase.
Right.
If you be just when you are searching for locations and their category, whatever, usually you just search for a word, not the phrase.
Right.
There are some special cases. One of special cases is last name. So I do recognize the if you are entering WikiTree ID, you can use minus number.
Right.
And I do automatically underscore those because I know it's in form of WikiTree ID.
Yeah.
Well, it's text and minus and digit.
Yeah.
So it is easy for computer to translate this to underscore.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because in some other searches, minus is considered like a blank.
Okay.
So it's very dependent on what you're searching. If you are in doubt, try both variations and something should work.
Right. There we go. Okay. Wow, that was.
So we did cover.
We've covered May now. We're halfway through. We've covered May and gone into a few other
searches. You also here, for instance, here in the right part, you see that it's written with underscores.
Look at that.
So if you want to search for this category,
just copy it, right?
You can copy and just paste it here, and it should find. No.
Oh no.
It has additional commas.
Oh, the commas.
Okay, I replaced also the commas, and now I get everything that is in this category, all 14 profiles.
Wow.
So if you usually this is okay, this one is not written with underscore. I do avoid the underscore printouts, but for categories, it's sometimes important, especially if you are searching for all subcategories of certain category, then it must be written exactly as it is. Okay. Next question.
Next question. Okay, let's see. We've got June happening here. Okay. In the suggestions report, it identifies many profiles that have different dates than in Wikidata. Most of these are small date differences, but is there a way to filter the list to find significant differences, say 10 years apart?
I really don't know.
So he's talking suggestions.
Yes, suggestions, Wikidata related ones. And here we have several. Okay, first are so with Wikidata we have 4 suggestions that are showing clues for father and possible father. Clue means that this profile has has father defined on Wikidata, and possible father means that this profile has father defined on Wikidata, and that profile also exists on WikiTree, just the connection is missing. So if the connection is actual, you should connect them. So these first blue one are dealing with the relatives and possible spouse, missing gender, so date. For date we have empty birth date, which shows profiles that don't have wiki birth date. So here we have empty field, for instance, but Wikidata identify these years as the birth. So we can check the profile on Wikidata and you will see here date of birth. There are actually 3 references to this year. So I guess one is, I mean, there are sources for this probably, and it can be entered also on WikiTree, because for now this profile is without birth date. Okay, but so this is missing date. Then we have 2 more date-related suggestions. One is imprecise one, where I list the dates that are more accurate. So WikiTree has 1725, while Wikidata has March 20, 1725 defined.
Okay.
So you can actually improve the accuracy of the birth date. So, and the one that was asked about is different birth dates. So here we have profiles that have different birth dates. So this is on.
Can you zoom in? So, like, which one is the WikiTree and which one's the Wikidata?
Well, the WikiTree link is the top one, and Wikidata link is the one with the Q in the name. So this is Wikidata date, and this is our date.
Oh, okay, I see. Okay.
So it's 8-day difference. Here it is 2-year difference. Now the question was if you can calculate the difference. I don't think so.
You'd have to have, I mean, the profile birth date you'd already have in a field, but the Wiki
I have both dates, but I mean, it's not possible from web interface to calculate that.
Oh, okay. Even with an SQL?
I'm not sure if it is supported here.
Okay.
But let me check.
Okay. Okay. Well, Paul gets the award for stumping Aleš the first time this month.
So, latest. Okay, this no, wrong one. Next link is the correct one.
I like the question, Paul. That's a good question. I mean, if the dates are 10 years apart, then I don't know. For me, that'd be a big red flag that maybe we're talking different people with same names or something like that. So definitely worth investigating. A week or so apart could be the difference between a birth date and a baptismal date, because we've all seen that lots of times. People putting down the baptism date as the birth date because that's the first record you find sometimes. Okay.
Nope. I don't think. I think SQL is not
going to help us here.
Working here. Yeah.
No.
Okay.
So the short answer is not. Is no, at least not automatically.
The short answer is no, but I don't think I will give up that easily.
Les doesn't give up that easily.
So we can do text search, which is more powerful. And here,
there you go, Amanda.
We have.
What do you mean, Irish great grandmothers lying about their age? Can hardly believe any Irish grandmother would lie about something like that.
It's not error, it's suggestions, I think. Yep. Okay, so we have this available.
Right.
So we can search for suggestion 555. And we should get the profiles.
Right.
And then we can write SQL equals. Let me build this here.
Sounds like she was making up stuff all over the place. Amanda's grandmother, great grandmother.
No, I don't find Wikidata. No, I don't have the data linked in a way that this could be done.
Okay. We tried, Paul.
We tried really hard.
Sorry. But okay, well, that was a valiant effort.
No, but I have a better idea. I could most likely.
We're not done yet.
I could probably here. I noticed that I just write the Wikidata date.
Yes.
In the info column. But I could write the date difference for
a difference. Yeah.
It would be much more informational.
Yes. 8 days, 5 years.
Yeah, whatever, something like that.
Or, yeah. That would be helpful. Yeah. I mean, you have to calculate all that text for the info column.
Yeah, I do right? The math in the background anyway.
Yeah. And if you put it in the info column, then it's automatically searchable too, right?
It is, but okay, it is also sortable, I think.
And sortable even. Ooh, nice.
At least I think so. No, it's not.
Oh.
No, but okay, it's not sortable, but the sort order is based on, for different errors, on different columns. So for some columns, I do sort by info column, for some by name, depending what makes more sense. So
if the error
it would be probably ordered anyway.
Yeah, I mean, if the suggestion is specifically about the date being different, then the difference would make sense to be the sorting criteria.
So you get the worst cases first.
Right. And with the suggestions, just like with the text search, if you wanted to do that type of search, but you only focus on those that had, say, Smith or Clarke as the surname, you could just add the word Clarke as well to the end of your suggestions. Or you'd add that in the. Oh, I see. Right. Okay. Of course, if you spell it with okay, get rid of that second C. Clarke.
Well, you have no
I have no
profiles
date
on.
issues.
No,
Okay.
you have no profile. You're not on Wikidata, most
Well,
likely.
I'm happily married, so I'm not dating anyone at this
now
point.
it
So I'm
counts.
happily married. So there we go. Okay. So that's all. That's something for if someone hasn't ventured into the suggestions area, I thought I should just mention that you can combine your suggestions with various text searches, including just your last name if you wanted. Now, if you put an ID there in that text search, would that give you just that one profile, or all managed by that profile?
This one, you mean?
In the text where you had just put Clarke, if you put Clarke dash.
This will give me only this profile and all of the profiles that are managed by this profile.
So
but since if it's not a user, it doesn't manage anything.
Right.
If I use here 11007.
Oh, look at that! You remembered.
All your
oh, I have no issues
with Wikidata.
Well, I know. I know. I've got lots of issues.
You also have no issues with birth in the future.
Okay. Yeah, not predicting any births right now. Uh-oh. What'd you find? What are those ones?
New ones, because this is checked from this week.
Oh.
So these are the new suggestions where you are using Betanacour, which I have no idea where it is.
Is it Bacon? Can you zoom in? I wonder if that's a French. Oh, Bécancour. Yeah, it's a little town
It's probably a town somewhere in the world.
Yeah, it's Bécancour, and based on the time frame, it should be 1744. So that would be Canada, Nouvelle-France. Yeah, so they didn't add the rest of the the country.
You mean you didn't add?
No. See, I can tell you, I did not add that.
Okay.
Oh, wait a second. Maybe I am. Oh, shoot. Darn.
Those were the early days of WikiTree.
A new one then. What was that? Oh, I'm bad.
Okay, so you have only 28 of them, which is really not a lot.
That's not bad. Okay, I could fix that.
So this suggestion was already available before, but it was active only for orphan profiles. This week, I extended it to all profiles. So now also the managed profiles are getting this suggestion.
Okay. Oh yeah, I've got to go through my suggestion list. But that means I can't program anything new when I do that. So
well, there is no timeline on when you should do this.
Oh, okay.
But it was really a lot of. I mean, there's a lot of new suggestions for this. If we check this week's report for locations, so here there are. So it's 400,000 new suggestions and 420 and 140. So these 4 were extended.
Wow. I should add. So those are brand new suggestions?
Yeah, they weren't reported until now.
Okay. I should add those to the mystery box challenge list of suggestions.
Yeah, by all means. But these are usually easy fix.
Well, that's good. And what I need is I need more of the easy types, so that people, because I think more people are using the easy option as opposed to the difficult option. And the more we can whittle through that would be good. Okay.
This is abbreviation, so. These locations should not be used.
Okay, we do have one other from Amanda who's with us right here in the chat. So let's make sure we let's go. Okay, I'm gonna hide you for a sec. Show. Okay, so Amanda's question is: I run a theme connectors challenge almost each month for the Australia project. Is it possible to use WikiTree Plus to find all the unconnected profiles in all categories referring to passenger lists to Australia? And also, what about Australian cemetery categories?
Simple answer is yes.
Okay.
Now the more complicated one is
how to do it.
No, well, first you have to identify the passenger lists to Australia. So
now,
the categories.
Are they in a hierarchy?
Most likely.
She did say that she worked out the cemeteries part of the question already, so that's good news.
Yeah, but I need to, if I want to show it. So these are the passenger lists to Australia, and we have probably voyages. Okay, this looks like a good category to start with. Australia. Okay, so let's take this category for base. So we are interested in all profiles. So let's go to text search, and we are looking for subcats 9, of this category. Let's see if this is okay. Yeah, it seems like it found the correct category.
48,000.
Here is a place when you can you could write underscores, but here I do expect a full category name here, so I do that anyway. So you can just skip that part.
And it's inside quotes anyways, right?
Yeah, that's the reason, because it's inside quotes. I know that this is for this. Okay, so we have 50,000 profiles that came to Australia, apparently. And she wants to get the unconnected profiles of those.
Right.
So you just add unconnected word, and now we are down to 3,600 unconnected profiles.
Okay, that's doable. Wow, I mean, with enough.
Well, unconnected has also a variation, so you can use unlinked. That is a special case of unconnected where there is no relative on a profile. So
it's like an orphan just floating in space.
This is so 1,500 profiles are without any relatives.
That's very sad.
No father, mother, spouse, children.
Poor Jack. At least there's a photo of him. Wow. Wow. Who took the photo? Someone had to know him. They took the photo.
In 18th century. Okay, so that's how. And the same can be done for probably also the Australia that probably has also cemetery. Okay, Australia cemeteries. So we could also use this as a copy. Okay, get profiles. And we have, so Australia Cemeteries returns 340,000 profiles, and 8,000 are unlinked. You can actually do the double
Oh.
You can say subcut from immigrants and subcut from Australia cemeteries. Now you will get the profiles that are in both. At least you should.
Okay, none of them are. We don't have. If you take out unlinked, maybe. Whoopsie.
Okay, this is correct.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, that's interesting.
Subcut 9, subcut 9.
Well,
okay.
Wait a second. All of those immigrants had to end up in a cemetery somewhere, and surely
not necessary because it's not all profiles are categorized.
No, but you'd think that with that, I mean, both of them had large numbers of people, didn't they?
Mm-hmm. No, something is wrong because I'm getting 0 for.
Oh.
It seems that I can't use subcut 9 twice.
Oh, interesting. Does it have to be in the same chain?
I don't. No. This is some internal. I think it's related to caching. Because on first search I do remember the profiles, and now it messes up my search because it found this one for both. Okay, it doesn't work.
Oh,
but it could.
It could.
If I fix it.
It does look like it's something that would be cool to see. Yeah, the intersection between two different categories. That would be very interesting. I
was sure it works.
Lock of power.
No. I'll have to check the algorithms.
So Amanda said that she used, when she did it, because she had solved the, she said she'd already solved the issue with the cemeteries, and she used unconnected in the search box. So just to repeat what you had said for those who may have missed it the first time, unconnected will give you profiles that are not connected to the larger tree. So, they won't have the distance to the notables of the week. But unlinked means that there's no connection at all. So you can be unconnected to the larger tree, but still have, a father, mother, children, spouse in your profile, like other profiles linked to you. But unlinked means that you're a solo, you're a single island, no other relatives at all. Those are the status.
Okay, so you can use unconnected, unlinked.
Private tree.
You can also search for just the ones with no parents or no father, or so. I mean, there are many possibilities to.
That's nice.
Mix into the question.
Right. So if you were doing a challenge and you were looking for orphans, like not orphan profiles specifically, but profiles
like since orphans, now the Father's Week is coming up, you can just search for the ones without the father.
Yeah.
You can actually do unconnected and no father. So
oh yeah, that's a good idea.
It would be okay. It seems that I lost the reopen.
Yeah. Amanda did mention she'd also add open in the search, because that's
to limit to open profiles that can be edited by anyone. It must be here. Copy. Let's go. Okay, here we have the Australia cemeteries, and we had unconnected.
Right.
I think.
Do we freeze?
Okay, this. Okay, I did click a lot of things.
Oh.
Yeah, Australia. So this is 20,000 profiles, and
you got
we can for unconnected. And if we add no father, okay, we have 16,000. So you can hunt for parents of this profile.
Right. That would lots of things. Great. Okay.
Okay, that completes the questions.
I think so. I'm just going to refresh the page in case someone snuck one in while we started. Nope, Amanda was the last one. And I don't think I see. I'm going to scroll through here. Hi there. How's everyone doing? Blah, 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 blah. Lots of things. No, I don't think I missed any questions.
I know only for these three.
Yep. Okay. So there are no new questions, and if anyone has a new question now would be the time to add it. Otherwise, we're going to find out what all the news things you've been doing over the last month and a bit.
So May.
Ask
Aleš, okay. This was an error, internal error with the PHP upgrade of WikiTree. It started reporting missing images, although they were not actually used on a page, and it got there over the time. There it was a few hundred suggestions, but now the problem was fixed, and those suggestions, the database was also cleaned up, so these are no longer reporting false suggestions.
Excellent. Okay.
Colony location variations. Okay, I extended the show table a bit. For where? Okay.
For Maryland.
Okay. This doesn't really matter that much. Updated cemetery lists. Okay, so I don't update cemetery list from Find the Grave each week because it doesn't change that much.
Right.
So, but it was out of date for a year, and some cemeteries were missing in the report. So I updated again. So now this, even more. So now those cemetery reports are completely correct. There were a few errors there, but it took users a year and a half to notice.
So you have at least another year, maybe a year and a half again.
Okay, I did adjust the calculation of these suggestions that have siblings that are actually finding siblings that are not defined as such. So I do, if there is a multiple birth template on the profile, I skip the suggestion for those. But otherwise, they can be either siblings or they're duplicate. It's the same profile entered twice. It's both possibilities, so it's worth having a look into those. And we have our project coordinator, Karen Hoy, back. So she used to do the videos for suggestions. So we already started on production of new ones. So other suggestions will get the videos. So this video is usually recognized with this. And if you click it, it will open on YouTube.
Those were great. That's great that she's back doing that.
Yep. So now we will continue producing those.
And it looks like you've got lots for her to do.
Yeah. And this week's report, it's a huge one. I mean, there were a lot of changes. So as I already mentioned, I was asked last week to actually mark as new suggestions all the locations that contain British in them. So that's one part of the jump for 618 suggestion, I think. And the rest are due to this change where we also so 615.
So what was
okay, 615 suggestion change was so abbreviated locations and unrecognized location are now reported on all profiles, not just orphans. Orphan profiles. Right. So and I discontinued the profile completeness suggestions that were dealing with this before, even if also on managed profile if you choose so.
Right.
So these are 4 new suggestions with 1.8 million new suggestions due to this. I don't expect anyone to go by lists and correct them, but it's the good side effect is that on edit they are shown on edit page. So after you edit such a profile, you will also get near the save button that location is abbreviated to correct it.
Right.
Okay, we had the Aleš and the blocking. This is all that is for now.
It wasn't just me.
It wasn't you. You did nothing wrong.
I did nothing wrong this time, at least. Great.
Okay.
Well,
that's it for today.
That's it for today. Okay, folks.
Okay.
Have a great day. See you next month. Should be the first Wednesday of the month of July.
Most likely.
Most likely. Okay. Take care.
Okay,
have a great day.
Bye.
Thanks everyone for coming in. See ya. Bye.